Right, good morning, welcome back. Now, about a month ago, we published a video that addressed 5 thorny biker subjects, things that affect all of us that I wondered whether any of you might have an opinion on. And my word, did you ever? Hundreds of comments. And one thing came to the surface, which was loads of you said, thank you so much for the opportunity to engage and to share your opinions as well. Now, one thing we said in response to many of you was this has been so successful, that one video, that we thought we might do it again with some more subjects that I think you might be interested in. So before we get started, I'll leave a link to the last one in the description below if you want to catch up and watch that, and I'll leave both of these in a playlist on the channel. Because if this video today is as successful as the last one, then I think we might make this a monthly feature. Now, in the last one, which was the first of these, we had no idea how popular it was going to be, and we did 5 subjects because we thought we might maybe get a 1 or 2 line answer on each of the subjects, but you had a little more to say than that, and sometimes some of the answers were paragraphs long. So for this one, for speed and ease of responding, we're going to make it 3 subjects this time, 3 motorcycle focused subjects that we think you might have something to say on, and hopefully that might keep your answers a little bit shorter so we can keep up with the comments. Okay, 3 motorcycle topics that I think we'll all find quite interesting to debate, and all 3 of them are inspired by your answers in the comments to the last month's debate. I just want to pick up on some of the things you said because they are further things that I think we'll all have an opinion on. Okay, first one, and straight down to the core question. Do you, in your self-image, consider yourself to be a biker or a motorcyclist? And is there a difference? Are they just 2 separate words to describe the rider of a motorcycle, or is it a cultural thing? Is there more to it? And also, if you're going to respond to this one, it'd be interesting to know your age group. So for instance, if you're going to say, I'm a biker, tell us what decade you're in. I'm a biker and I'm in my 50s, or I'm a motorcyclist and I'm in my 20s. And that would give us a bit of a demographic of where our motorcycle culture is going and how it's dividing. So there we are. Are you a biker or are you a motorcyclist? Let me know in the comments. Now, for the second subject, ownership or finance. As the rider of a motorcycle, do you prefer the full and complete ownership of your motorcycle that's yours to do with as you wish, or are you happy to have it on a finance agreement or even a rental agreement where it's never yours, you just pay a monthly figure for it? Which of those is your preference, ownership or finance? Now, just to qualify that, back in the 1980s, when I first bought a motorcycle in 1981, the average age of riders then was somewhere in the 20s. Today, fast forward up to date, it's somewhere in their 50s. Today, we've got far more disposable income. Back in the 1980s, we didn't have a lot of money. Nobody in their 20s has got a lot of money. So why is it today there is a bigger preference, it would appear, to finance and rental agreements rather than full-on ownership? And whichever one you do, what drives your particular choice? And also, just to make it interesting, if you're going to jump in on this one, why not pop your age in your reply so we can tell roughly what age group you are. Say, I'm in my 50s and I love owning my bike, or I'm in my 20s and I prefer a rental agreement. That will give us a bit more of a demographic to the actual split of opinion. So here's the 3 options. You can own it outright, completely yours, paid cash for it, total freedom. But you do have to tie up your capital, and you're only going to get it back if you successfully sell it for a good price. Finance agreement. That's great. It's a little bit restrictive. You do have to have them dealer stamps in the book for servicing. That can cost quite a bit, but you still get to ride a fantastic bike. And one day, if you keep making the payments, you will own it. Or there's the rental side. You'll never own the motorcycle. You can't really do anything to them. You just got to ride it, wash it and enjoy it. Are you happy with that? Because you can ride a £40,000 bike out the showroom and just pay each month. Do you like that? Is that what works for you? Which of those 3 options do you prefer? Let us know in the comments. Now, the third one, and the one that I think may get the most response, is the motorcycle test. Is the motorcycle test becoming too complex, too difficult, too many hills to climb and too expensive to bother with here in the UK? I can't comment on motorcycle training and tests in other countries because I don't know, but here in the UK, that is the question. Is it becoming too difficult and too much bother to take your bike test? And is that why our motorcycle community is shrinking and the new young blood isn't coming into it? Okay, now those of you who are my age group might remember that back in the days of black and white, when you wanted to pass your motorcycle test, you just phoned up the test centre, you booked a date and you turned up on the day with a wing and a prayer. No training needed, no other certificates, you just turned up with all the hope in the world. And you went round the block while the examiner stood on the roadside with a clipboard and he ticked off the things that he thought you were doing okay. Probably only saw you for a couple of passes and a quick emergency stop, done, you passed your test. It was so easy to get yourself on the road back then. Now fast forward to 2000, when our Penny took her bike test, it was a little bit more involved. The examiner no longer stood on the roadside, they either followed you throughout your test in a car or on a motorcycle, and there was a part 1 certificate of basic training to do before it that you had to send off to book your proper test. So it was a 2-part test 25 years ago. But fast forward to today, and it is an absolute minefield to get through. There are many bridges to cross now to get to that full unrestricted license. But the roads these days are infinitely busier, infinitely more dangerous. So has it kept pace as it should do? The roads in 1982 were nothing like they are today. So is that correct and as it should be? And is that what's put you off? Or in some ways, is that what encourages you? Because when you take today's test, there's no doubt about it, you will be a better, more skillful rider the day after your test than I certainly was 43 years ago. Now, while we're on the subject of motorcycle training, I would like to pay thanks and massive respect to the motorcycle instructors out there. Now, if any of you watching this video are motorcycle instructors, then let us know. Let us know how the industry is for you today. Is it just as difficult to make a business as it always was? How you're getting on? Because without you, none of us have a motorcycle future. You bring the new blood into motorcycling. You're literally feeding this culture, and that is so important. So great respect and big thanks to all of you for everything that you do for us. So there we go, 3 healthy subjects to debate. Have fun with it, but before you get stuck in, we have one small request, if you wouldn't mind, please. Now, if you'd like to get involved in this month's debate, then that's fantastic. But if it's as popular as last month's, then could we ask you to keep your comments a little bit more brief? If you're going to answer all 3, then that's fantastic. Just keep them slightly more condensed so we get time to read them all. Alternatively, if there's one of the 3 topics that you're most passionate about, then why not just reply to that one only? Either way, we look forward to your comments. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, ride safe, and we'll see you next time.